Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again, man. And sorry, it gets dark early. I'm just getting off of work. Gotta do this video real quick, man. Look, as we know, the season is over for the Dallas Cowboys, and you know, both the Commanders and the Eagles won, which living in this area, we see Commander fans all the time, and they're gloating about their win. And they even did a song. I just heard on the radio they did a song about it. And of course, and I think it was like by one of the local go-go artists or whatever. Check this out. They even mentioned, like, they can't stop mentioning us, right? Even in the song, they were like, I don't want to hear nothing. The rap line went, I don't want to hear nothing about, I don't want to hear nothing from a person wearing a star on their chest, something like that. I'm just like, and I'm not hating, you know what I'm saying? Like, they winning, cool. But beat the Lions next week. How about that? Because that's going to be a tall task. But anyway, not here for that. There's positives and there's negatives about this offseason. Of course, we're not in the playoffs. The Cowboys decided now to part ways with Mike McCarthy. Now, the funny thing about that is you blocked him from interviewing with the Bears because they requested to interview him. You blocked that to only not keep him as a head coach. Explain to me how that works. Then the conversation had, I'm assuming, I wasn't there, I'm assuming the conversation that was had in there got pretty, back and forth, because, and I'm going to assume, just by knowing how this team functions and how they have been functioning for, hell, all of the 40 years I've been on this earth, they probably came to Mike McCarthy and was like, hey, bro, here's what we're going to offer you. He like, nah, bruh. Jerry makes $16 billion. Billion. You're worth $16 billion. Pay me some money. Now, I know some people are probably happy that he's not here anymore. Some people are probably questioning why he's not here no more. Some people are like, oh, well, let's get another head coach. Let's get this guy. Let's get that guy. But before we do all of that, you have to understand how this affects now Dak Prescott. Now, Dak Prescott is a veteran quarterback. When you keep changing offensive schemes, that's yet another thing that he has to learn. Now, if they bring in a guy that he's familiar with, or if they bring in a coach that uses the same, scheme that we do, which is the West Coast offense, technically. They just call it the Texas Coast offense, but it's the West Coast offense. If you bring in a coach that uses that same offense and we just add to that, then I'm fine with that. But I'm just worried you bring in a coach that changes the whole system that we do, and then what? I mean, how does that affect Dak Prescott? Because you want to make sure that he's comfortable in this offense, because he's going to have to be able to get the ball to these receivers and things of that nature. So that's what I worry about, as a guy that played football. You got to understand the X's and O's of it. It ain't just plugging and playing this guy and that guy. I've heard some people say that they want Mike Zimmer to be the new head coach. Well, Mike Zimmer is questioning even if he want to be a coach, period, anymore. I mean, he questioned if he even want to be the defensive coordinator. We're probably going to have to get a whole new defensive coordinator, too. I would love to see Al Harris step up in that role. Now, whether he's ready yet to do that, we don't know. But it's a conversation to be had, at least. I like Al Harris. I like what he's done with this defense, as far as getting our cornerbacks good. like Trayvon Diggs and developing him and developing DeRon Bland and Kalen Carson, bringing these guys along. And even the other cornerbacks that came off the roster, they didn't play too bad. I mean, yes, teams are going to attack them because they're not the starters, but they weren't horrible. You know what I mean? So you look at what you have, and now that Mike McCarthy is gone, and now they're gonna have to find another head coach. They got to figure out the assistants. Who are they gonna keep? Who are they gonna let go? I mean, or let walk, I should say, because their contract is expiring. But that's all contingent on what head coach you bring in here too, because a head coach is gonna want to bring in his guys. If Zimmer doesn't want to stay, defensive coordinator is going to want to bring in some of his defensive guys. So it's a lot of things that's going to come down in the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be very interesting. And your window to talk to certain people is very short right now because these teams are still playing in a league that you want their people, like the Lions coordinators and the Chiefs coordinators and things like that. So it depends on what you want. And Jerry and them got a lot of work to do. And it just really irritates me how they do things and how they slow walk stuff. And Michael Parsons' contract, they better not slow walk that. They got to get Michael Parsons paid early, fast, quick, fast, in a hurry. Because we got to keep pace and keep competitive in this division. The Commanders got much better from a year ago. Granted, they took our old defensive coordinator and half our team. But whatever. If they want to, win the playoffs being the Washington Cowboys, they can do that. But you got that. Then you have the Eagles over there playing well. They went and got Saquon Barkley and added him to that offensive line that they have that's great. And him running behind that offensive line. Record-breaking year for him. Shout out to Saquon Barkley. Y'all know I'm not a hater. I give props where props are due. So you have these teams in the division that are playing well and doing their thing. What are we doing? Because you develop your team to beat your division first. Cowboys got a lot of holes to fill. You got a lot of free agents to figure out what to do. And we'll talk more about that as the offseason maturates. But the good thing about it is the Dallas Cowboys are picking 12th in this draft. So you're going to have a high enough draft pick to get some good talent. You're going to need a wide receiver, a number 2. You're going to need a running back. You're going to need probably another offensive lineman, like a guard. You may need another cornerback too. And maybe a safety. Because we don't know what's going to happen with Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker. So, yeah. And if you don't keep Jordan Lewis, you're definitely going to have to get a slot receiver. A slot cornerback. So, it's a lot to unpack here with Mike McCarthy not being here. It's not just about, let's put a new coach in there. I need you guys to put this in your mental. That how does this new head coach affect QB1? Like I said, QB1 is a veteran. You don't want to have to keep changing schemes every year. When you keep changing schemes every year, the quarterback nor the receivers get good rapports. So they can't be successful. And then you're going to have another year of, we couldn't get the offense together. You're going to have 6 games of stagnant offense. We don't need that. I think they need to keep the West Coast offense because it works for this team. You have the players to utilize that and just run with it. Get a coach in here, a younger coach that can come in here and add some firepower to this thing. I know a lot of people don't like Kellen Moore anymore. Hey, Kellen Moore has his things, right? He's still learning too, but look what he's doing with the Eagles. And look what he did with us. We had the number 1 offense when he was here. And now our offense got stagnant when he left. And it's just like, as much as I appreciate Mike McCarthy, I don't know, maybe his tactics are getting a little old now. But, I was okay with Mike McCarthy coming back if you were going to keep him. because I just feel like we had unfinished business to do. But my thing is, I would have rather him have a offensive coordinator to come and actually call the plays for him, that has a young mind and somebody that brings in new innovative ideas. We're running the same old things and just being predictable, and the offense is getting stale. So we need something to boost the morale and make things better. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments section, man. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real, man. Talk to y'all later. All right, bro. Yeah, so yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment box, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Peace.